Hey everyone, Raw Safe Prepper. Today I'm going to be going over a thermal hide blanket, or even it could be a ghillie blanket. I seen this idea on Untelevised Revolution on Instagram. He came up with the idea. So basically what it is, it's a thermal defeat. So, flip it here. So basically all this is a thermal windshield blanket. Now he painted his just like I did, and I painted mine on both sides, but the one thing I added was a bit of ghillie netting and stuff on the back side. So the reason I did it this way is I'll put some pictures up of his testing that he did with just the painted, and it works pretty good. But I didn't like how after you painted, you can see on the back, you can kind of see the reflectiveness, like the paint starts to come off. So I didn't want that to kind of stand out, and I figured plus with the added camouflage, you could use it as a hide, or if you're building a little command center type deal, or even if you want to use it as a ghillie blanket, you could lay it underneath. So basically all I did with this is I had a bit of burlap left over, so I laid the sheet down. I also had some leftover cam netting, laid that on top, in a bit of the stuff I use for my ghillie suit. So I tied a few pieces of that just to break up a bit of the netting. But as you can see, if you had that in the woods, this would probably stand or blend in a bit better than just the flat painted section like this. So that's part of the reason. But I figured it would also defeat the thermal a bit better as well. And plus with reflection, if someone did have a flashlight and they shined it and they just so happened you had a piece of the reflective paint missing, it would pick that up, whereas this, it wouldn't. So if you watch my last, one of my videos there, I did camo testing, and the ghillie suit did really well, so I figured this should do very well also. So one thing I purchased were these. I believe they're for sleeping bags. They're super cheap. They're like $2. And it makes it nice when you want to roll this up. It's really compact. So that's obviously not as tight as it could be. But even these sun bears, they come with an elastic here to keep it tied up. It works, but it's not as nice to get on and off. I also added a few holes here just to tie it off. There was already a few, but I wanted a bit more just to make sure everything was secure, the eyelets. But overall, this was super cheap. I believe that I bought this at a dollar store for about $4. I get about $2 in that. The burlap and the cam netting and everything I already had from my ghillie suit build. So basically just a bit of paint. So, you know, each can's, we'll say $10. You know, you're not in more than $30 for this unless you have to go buy the burlap and everything else separate. But even that stuff's fairly cheap. You'd be under probably $50 to do this whole thing, which is really good seeing as it can defeat thermal. And like I said, I'll throw pictures up of him actually testing just the painted stuff, and you can see how good of a job it does. So now we'll take this outside, and I just want to show it in the woods set up if you're using it as a hide. Just so you know it's not strictly for thermal or at night, but it can be used for concealment during the day. So we'll go outside and do that now. Alright everyone, so we are in the woods. I placed the thermal blind. It's approximately 10 meters away. So I'm just going to do a quick scan and we'll see if you can figure out where it's at. We'll start here. Alright, now we will move up a bit closer and see if you can see it.
Alright, we're about 5 meters away. We're going to do a quick scan here. Alright, now we'll move up even closer. So as you can see, we are right in front of it. I'm not sure if the camera shows, but just pan, you can see kind of darker area. That's where the actual thermal blanket is. So I'll move up a bit. So I put a bit of brush around there, just some pine leaves on top, just to kind of cover up that thermal edge, as you can see right there. And a bit of yearling trees in front of it, just to help break it up. And threw some pine boughs, or the pine needles on top. But this probably took about 5 minutes to do. And as you can see, it worked quite well. On the other side of this is just the thermal blanket itself, nothing special. But this would make a great hide or an OP site if you're setting up. Just something small you could sit behind. And the nice thing is it wraps up very small, so you can put it on a rucksack, even a vest if you're going out in the woods, so it doesn't take much room. So hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you guys plan on build one, leave one down in the comments. I'd love to see pictures and stuff. You can send them to me on Instagram at Ross A Prepper. Thanks for watching.